Here we are. We're starting off with this round to the nearest thousand. So I like to underline what I'm rounding to, and then I see my numbers here. I see I've got 4 different numbers. And then down here I see the words explain. When you see that, it means that you have to write down words to explain how you found your answer. And this says the part D, okay? So we're going to attack these problems and see how we do. So I'm going to have my handy place value chart ready at a moment's notice. So I said round to the nearest thousand. So 1,000 is this place right here, okay? So it's ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So we're running to this place here. So it's the 4th number out. We always start at the ones and work our way this way, okay? So if I look here, I can see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my thousands place is 5 right there, okay? So what I'm gonna do here is take a look at my hundreds place. So if I'm looking at my thousands place, I'll look to the number just to the right. I can see that that's 300, that's a 3. All right, and if I see a 3, that's lower than 5, I'm going to round down. I know that my numbers, I know that 5,300 is somewhere between 6,000 and 5,000. That's a mistake right there, okay? Somewhere in between that. So if I look at my number line, which we've been talking about, high number, low number, 6,000, 5,000. I need to know what the halfway point is, okay? You really do. Halfway between 5,000 and 6,000, since we're talking about thousands, halfway between 0 and 1,000 is 500. All right, we should know that by now. So halfway between 5,000 and 6,000 would be 5,500. And this number, 5,300, is less than that. So it rounds down to 5,000, okay? So if you need to do this every single time, please do. All right, please do that every single time. I'll show you another way as well. So down here, this is 5,000. So now I'm gonna move on to B. Okay, so part B. So what I see as B here is, I'm rounding to the nearest thousand. So the thousands place is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right here. So I'm rounding to that. So I know that 4,589 is somewhere between 5,000 or 4,000 and 5,000. It's in there somewhere, okay? So I need to find out where. So here's another way to do it. Think about it, okay? I'm gonna look at this 4 and the number just to the right of it, which is a 5. Okay, you see that 5 right there? So I see that there's my 4,000s place. If the number just to the right of it is a 5, that means I'm going to the next 1,000 up. That means I'm going to the next 1,000 up, which should be 5,000, okay? Because that 5 tells me go up, round up. So this here is 5,000. All right, that's rounding up to the next place value. All right, over here, I can see that 42,099. All right, so I'm still rounding to the nearest thousand. That's still that place right there, the 2. All right, so this 4 after it is out of the question here, so we're already into it. So 42,099. I look to the number just to the right, that's a 0. So I'm gonna stay at my 42,000 because 42,099 is between 42,000 and 43,000, somewhere in between there. And we need to know, is it closer to 42,000 or closer to 43,000? And I can see we're only 99 away, okay? So it definitely rounds down to 42,000 here. Okay. This one, it goes out 3 place values here. Look at this. 801,504. I'm still only rounding to this place value. I look to the number just to the right. It's a 5. That means I'm rounding up to the next 1,000. So I'm going to write 802,000. See, that 5 tells me to round up to the next 1,000, so 802. Doesn't stay at 801, 802, okay? So explain how you found your answer to part D, okay? Make this kind of easy for us. First of all, I'm gonna say we found our answer to part D by finding the thousands place. Teachers, feel free to pause this at any moment so the kids can copy. Then we noticed the hundreds place had a 5. So we rounded up to the next 1,000. Now, I could have written this a million different ways. I could have talked about the vertical number line here. I could have said halfway between 801,000 and 802,000 is 805,000, is 801,500. I could have said 801,504 is higher than the halfway point, so we rounded up. There's lots of different ways I could talk about this, okay? We've been talking about this now for almost 2 weeks. All right, now we're gonna move on to the next one. And this one here is 10,000s, all right? And just because I know I'm not gonna be able to get to it, down here is 100,000s, okay? And you need to know your place values, where you're rounding to. So having this handy is gonna help you out. How many numbers out we're rounding to, okay? So here's this, rounding to the nearest 10,000 is 26,000. So I know, piece of scrap paper or a whiteboard if you have it, 26,000. The 2 here is in the 10,000s place. I can see from using this that 26,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is in the 10,000s place. So this lands somewhere between 20,000 and 30,000. Okay? And I can tell 26, if I just look at the 20 and 30 here, I just block out everything else, I can tell that 26 is closer to 30. It's past the halfway point. Halfway between 20 and 30 is 25. So this rounds up to 30,000. Just like that, okay? Over here to B, I can see B, this part, that's the 10,000s. I see a 4 right next to it. I know I can, right away, I'm rounding down, okay? I'm rounding down because between, so 34,920 comes between 30,000 and 40,000, okay? Halfway between 30,000 and 40,000 is 35,000. Much the same way as halfway between 30 and 40 is 35, okay? Is 35. So 34 is lower than that, so it rounds down to this one if I'm talking about the vertical number line, okay? So this here is 30,000. All right, next one. We're out here to the 10,000s place. It's still that number, it's still the 5th one out, okay? So I can see that this is 789,091. Okay, I'm rounding to this place value. All right, so this is 708,000 or 780,000 or 790,000 is where it lands between. See this 89? It's so close to this 90. All right, so that's where I'm going to go, is up to 790.